Supply remains extremely low, demand remains extremely high, driving up Denver metro area housing prices to a new record high number. Hi, I'm Sam Wilson, Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty with the March 2022 market update. These are the results through February of 2022, just published here the first week of March. So the headlines are inventory remains extremely low. Only 1,200 total homes for sale in an 11 county area. Now, this is approximately a population of about 3 million people. So you can imagine the extreme strain on buyers to find homes to their liking. So the good news is that after everybody purchased a home in February, there are still 1,200 homes left. And on a daily basis, it's running between 12 and 1,400 homes. So make sure you're staying on top of the searches. There's lots of ways to do that, but the best way is through a realtor, because we have instant access to the brand new listings as they come out. They're 100% accurate, and sometimes we even have the properties before they hit the market or completely off-market properties. So just a quick note there, but let's talk about what's happening here. So with the extreme demand and low inventory, we have set some record high prices here in the Denver metro area. So let's take a look at that here. So we hit 647,000. I'll show you how significant that is here in a second on the trend chart, but that's up 6.5% versus just last month. So prices went up about $40,000 on average from just January. And then year over year, it's about 17%. I had predicted somewhere between 12 and 15%. So you can see it extremely exceeded that number. So median price is also up about the same levels. You can see right below it here. So let's go to the trend chart, and then I'll have some thoughts and recommendations here for both sellers and buyers. So if we go to my favorite page here, this is page 10 of the report. If you're checking out the link, it's always, of course, available below in the blog. But take a look here. This is where we see the extreme increase just January to February. A $40,000 average price increase and about a $35,000 median price increase. So some people like average, some people like median. Median is more statistically sound because it means there are as many homes that sold over 575 as there are homes that sold under 575. And if you went back to the first page I had, there was about 3,000 homes sold. So no matter how you look at it, prices are, what I would say, skyrocketing. These are extreme highs, and this is in a rising interest rate environment. Now, having said that, let's look at a couple of longer term numbers. So our previous high was back here in June of 2021, where we hit 640,000 average, 545 median. So you can see now we have exceeded that in both average and median. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make some speculation here. I believe what drove the February numbers, besides the low inventory, low supply, high demand, buyers in need of homes, is that I think with the announcement from the Federal Reserve that the federal interest rates are going to go up here later in March and then again 2 or 3 more times this year, I think people are trying to get out there while interest rates are still a little bit lower, even though they have increased slightly since the first of the year. So we'll see if that's right. It seems to be driving some more motivation and more buyers in the market. Thus, with the limited homes available, extreme bidding wars, whether it's conventional loans buyers are using or even cash, buyers are still waiving their contingencies, which is getting, in my opinion, dangerous. So for buyers, be very careful. If you really do need a home, of course, you're going to have to compete make sure you have an agent that's going to give you the best advice. What's too high? I mean, we really don't know. It depends on wants and needs, and your tolerance for risk. So will this continue? It's really hard to say, but you may be able to see in the background there, I've got my other camera and light set up because I'm about to make a video on cash offers versus open market offers. And what I mean by that is, if you're a seller, should you consider a cash offer from just one buyer who approaches you directly, or should you put your home on the open market and try and optimize your hard-earned equity and get the highest price? Because if you only have one buyer that approaches you with a cash offer, as good as it sounds, you're not optimizing the market activity, as you can see right here. And I have a real example of that. I'll get into more detail in that longer video, but we recently had a seller who called one of those cash offer companies, otherwise known as iBuyers. And the long story short is we got them $30,000 or $35,000 more money in their pocket with maybe even a little less hassle, quite honestly. So be careful out there. There's a reason why investors are approaching you directly to make cash offers, and here it is, because they are offering you today's prices and even discounted because they want to, let's say, pad their risk, mitigate their risk, but they know it's a rising price environment. So let's use that as a telltale rather than a negative and say, if investors are willing to buy your house for cash, then why not put it on the open market and optimize your price? Now, if you're a buyer, that's making things extremely difficult, right? So too much for this video, but just know the environment you're competing in. And, give us a call, text, email, anytime. All the information's right here on the blog. But, let's be smart out there. Let's be aggressive, but, let's make sure that we're making good decisions, whether we're buyers or sellers. You need to be educated with what's happening in the market and specifically in your neighborhood. I can run these numbers for you in any neighborhood specifically to your home and give you an accurate price opinion and even give you that comparison of a cash offer from an investor buyer to an open market listing to get the optimal price and more money in your pocket. I can show you the bottom line differences because even the investors charge you something to purchase your home. So at any rate, it's a continued pressure on volume in the market or supply in the market, driving prices up. Hope you enjoyed this look at the facts and what's happening in the market this month. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you.